Yo, what's up, it's Pikakid98 here, and today I'm going to be talking about something that I'm genuinely fucking sick of. Don't emulate, buy your retro re-releases is a stupid argument. Now, of course, when it comes to buying your retro re-releases, I do recommend buying them rather than just downloading a ROM somewhere. So, of course, that probably invalidates my entire argument, right? No. You see, the argument that many people have is that you should never emulate games, but you should buy them from the official developers, implying that the developers themselves don't use emulators. Let's say, for example, you play an old DOS game. At this point, DOS games do not work on Windows. No matter how hard you try, they do not work. Which is why a program called DOSBox is required. Now, pretty much every single DOS game, you know, like Doom, Doom 2, Wolfenstein, all of them, they're all packed with DOSBox. And what DOSBox is a DOS emulator. How about things like the Sega Mega Drive and Genesis Classics collection? What do you think they do there? Do you think they're all natively ported to Windows? No, they aren't. They just have a bunch of ROMs. In fact, if you look in the game files, you can fucking find the ROMs. And before you say, oh, just consider bin format, doesn't mean to say it's actually the ROM. Okay then, let me check it. Okay, so right now I have all of the required files. I have Kega Fusion, which is a Sega Genesis Mega Drive Game Gear whatever emulator. Now let's take, I don't know, Sonic 2 for example. Okay, that didn't work. Space Harrier, let's try that. What? It worked? What? Now the reason that all of these companies use emulation over simply porting the games is because it's a lot more effort to port a game from an old console due to the fact that it has such old code that it wouldn't really work well on PC, and again, it's too much time and money. So instead, they just hire someone to make an emulator and then just dump a ROM in and say, hey, it's an official re-release of our game. Even though it is literally just a ROM. And it's not just Sega that does this, it's also Capcom with Mega Man Legacy collections. Yeah, they're all ROMs, but it's also not even Sega and Capcom that do this. Nintendo do this as well. So yeah. Stop fucking telling people to stop emulating but buy their retro re-releases. It's the same fucking thing. So that's why I'm saying that buying your retro re-releases and emulating, for the most part, is usually the exact same thing, because you are still emulating a game. So I can imagine this video is going to get a lot of shit from the people who are just like, oh, stop emulating, oh, you dirty pirate. Fuck off. Pretty much every big company uses emulation. It's the easiest way to simply port a game to another platform or a collection of games. Again, go to GOG.com, go to Steam, see all of the fucking DOS games. Just look in the files and you will see a file called DOSBox.exe. Do you think that was in the original game files? Because I sure as shit don't. Now here's a fun challenge for you. How about you try and play all of your retro re-releases without emulation? Try that. Living in a world without emulation is like living in a world without air. It's impossible. You will find emulators everywhere. Even if it's very subtle, you may not even notice it. If you're playing an old game, there's a very, very high chance that no matter how PC-ified it is, it's likely still just a ROM file played on an emulator. So anyway, before this turns into like a 3-hour-long rant, I'm going to end this video here. So anyway, I've been your host, Pikakid98, this has been Pikakid98 Rants, and you've all been fantastic. So until the next video, I say, bye-bye.